Allie would know better than me. She's smarter than me. Her memory's better.
So Allie, the first question's actually coming from me. So, obviously, incredible comeback win. Can you kind of talk us through, you're down to 3, how you powered through that, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, gosh. Honestly, so many things were going through my mind. I was absolutely mortified at my performance. And I was like, people actually paid to come and watch this. Like, it was like 20 minutes in, and I was nine games down deep, and I'm thinking, I'm ready to just leave this court. So, in all fairness, I have beaten her the last couple of times, and I did feel, despite how poorly I was playing, that if I could just scrap through just a couple games and get myself on the board, I was actually going to have a chance. And that's actually how it unfolded. And she double faulted for me to break her serve to go 3-2. And I really had a good feeling about that afterwards. And I do pride myself, on always fighting regardless of what the situation is. And I think today was just a prime example of that. And honestly, I'm really proud for that alone, just to be able to pull through. So, yeah, I just kind of tried to get myself going, tried to bring some energy, and just get myself on the board.
Okay, for questions, go ahead.
Alison, have you ever been in such a situation before at any level of tennis?
That's a great question. I honestly don't think I have, not only with the scoreline, but I just think about the scoreline along with how I was actually playing. I mean, it was just a terrible combination. You're in a big stadium, playing, a Grand Slam champion, and you literally can't put the ball in the court. So, honestly, I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever been down that much. I've been down match points, but obviously you're a little closer at that point. So you've been performing well up until that point. So, I would have to say no.
So how proud does it make you feel that you were able to turn that around the way you did?
Yeah. Honestly, that was actually one of the first things my coach and husband were saying afterwards. This was a much more rewarding win in the fashion that I did it over had it been an easy 2-setter. I very well could have checked out and been out of there in 30 minutes, really. And so. I am very proud of that fact, and like I said, I do pride myself on that, and I kind of always have throughout my career. It's never over till it's over.
First top 10 wins since Wuhan, 2019.
Oh, Wuhan.
Yeah, Wuhan. We love Wuhan. But first win since Wuhan, and then also you're into the third round here, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
So 2 kind of milestones there. What makes you the most proud between those two? Being able to get the win, be able to break the wall you kind of had here at Indian Wells.
Well, I think honestly, I'm 31 years old. I've been playing out here for a long time, and I played this tournament so many times, and for my best result, hopefully we're not ending here, but my best result thus far, has come when I'm 31 years old. So I'm very proud about that. I think I've evolved as a player quite a lot, and I'm extremely proud about that fact. And I don't think that the best days are behind me either, which I think is really exciting, and I'm just very proud.
And looking just kind of as a general catch-up, like, hi, 2022. How do you feel as the season begins, as kind of, we're slowly starting to come out of like COVID protocols on tour and super strictness, which obviously impacted everybody in different ways. Things are slowly becoming a little bit more normalized. Do you feel that at all? And do you feel like that has any impact on kind of like the vibe surrounding kind of going about this business of coming out here and winning tennis matches?
I wouldn't say there's a correlation there for me in particular. Obviously, it adds to the experience to have the fans cheering and a little bit more normalcy, I would say, surrounding the tournaments like we were used to prior to COVID. But honestly, I was getting used to things being the way that they started to become as well. I think we all adjusted and made it as good as we could. Obviously, We would much prefer having it this way. And even just to sign autographs, it's something that you take for granted, but now, we're able to go over to the fans and, be around them, which I think, that's what the sport's about. And we're here because of the fans. And I think to be able to have that interaction again is essential.
So then looking ahead to kind of what your thoughts were surrounding the season and goals and, what you wanted to get out of it, what would be a successful season for Allie Riske? Like, what were some of those kind of, I don't know, whether it's the philosophy of how you look at the season or benchmarks that you're kind of shooting for?
Well, I think today was kind of a prime example of my main goals of the year. I've kind of taken away, I really haven't set necessarily numeric goals like maybe I did when I was younger. I think now more than anything, it's what's my mentality and how many weeks can I have the right mentality and how many good weeks can I string together because of that. And I think that's first and foremost what my goal is and will continue to be until, I decide to retire. So, actually, I played very poorly in the Middle East, and I had 2 very, very bad weeks. And I think something a younger Allie would have done after that is kind of, taken it into this week as well, and it would have spiraled. So I think, even though I'm 31 and it may have come late, I'm still grateful that I've gotten to the point where I can bounce back and produce a good level regardless of a previous week result.
You've mentioned being 31 a few times there in the last couple of answers and things like that. Is career mortality something that's on your mind more?
Yeah, it definitely is. I actually think about it a lot because I feel like I've finally kind of grasped in the last few years, what I've been striving for so many years. Yeah, it definitely is. I definitely have so much respect for players like Akai Kanepi, even Fares Van Reba, players that are older but have continued to have success, and I look to them more than ever before.
Just on this, the point of playing Garbi, do you feel that as good a player as she is and the achievements that she's had, that if she gets into a bit of a crunch situation or there's a couple of loose points from her that she gets nervous and that you can pounce and things turn around?
I think that's a tough question. I think, I personally have confidence when I play her just because I have beaten her before. That it is a tough question. I don't want to go in too much to it and give away my secrets about Garbiñe Muguruza. So you're leaving me speechless. But I'll just say I do feel comfortable when I play her, and I know that if I can back myself, back my mentality, and be there on every point, that I think a good result will be waiting for me.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.